With Infinity War just a couple of days away, I decided I had to make this video, or maybe when I'm putting this up, it is past Infinity War. Now, I'm going to try to get it out before then, but Thanos. Thanos is the main character in Infinity War. Despite it having the name Avengers, Thanos, from what I'm hearing, is the main character, is the MVP, is the player of the game. And that's because Thanos is actually, believe it or not, somewhat of an interesting character. See, the thing is, I never really knew much about Thanos till recently, and I decided let's go back in time and let's go through some of the best Thanos stories. And you know what? He is pretty interesting, but you want to know, how is he interesting? How can someone that strong be actually interesting? Well, I'm about to tell you right now, the books you should check out to learn why Thanos is pretty fucking badass. For runs, I honestly think that the best run from what I've read so far is Jeff Lemire's run. It's recent, but it's really well done. It's Thanos sick and losing his health, obviously, and dying, and his kind of last days of his existence, but he refuses to let that happen. And it's just a 12-parter, so it's not a long run. It's 2 volumes, or probably a super collection coming out soon, but it's really worth your time. It's a good look into the mind of the Mad Titan, but also the fact that you kind of finally see what Thanos is all about. He is a guy who loves to trash talk and doesn't give a shit about anybody or anything. It is really fun series. The ending is insane. It's basically Super Saiyan level fighting, and it's just well worth your time, and it's not long. You can collect them both for probably like 22 bucks. So yeah, definitely Jeff Lemire's recent run of Thanos has been great. So there's 2 standalone titles that I definitely recommend checking out because they're actually really entertaining and you can read them all by themselves, and they're actually both events in a way. Well, definitely one is an event, but as you saw, I listed Infinity Gauntlet and then just Infinity. Those are 2 separate books that are well worth your reading. Infinity Gauntlet, obviously a lot of the movie is being taken from Infinity War. Infinity Gauntlet is when Thanos does get all the gems and he shows how powerful he is. This is a really fun event just because you see a mass amount of heroes just getting slaughtered. It is pretty fucked up, and not spoilers for the movie, but things might happen in the movie that are definitely happening in this comic that are freaking crazy. And the art, well, it's older, and sometimes for me, like, that's an issue. I thought it was pretty well done. It's not my favorite event. I don't think it's the defining moment for Thanos. I actually like some of the later comics ran. But at the same time, I think it's pretty entertaining and well worth reading in that classic sense. You should check it out. It's a great standalone title. You don't have to read anything else before or after it. And then the other comic that I put on here was Infinity. Infinity is actually John Hickman's Avengers run and then going into the event of Infinity. This is when Thanos really has enough shit on his plate and he just wants to wash his hands with some blood of the Avengers, and he's really fucking done, and his mission is actually to go after his son, who is an Inhuman, I believe. It's been a while since I read this, but I think he's an Inhuman, and he just wants to tear his ass up, and that's not a good thing. However, his son, being Thanos' son, ain't gonna take that shit, and shit goes epic as fuck. There are some great moments like Hulk versus Thanos and then Black Bolt versus Thanos. Oh man, you will never see the Avengers versus Thanos as badass as you do here. And then there's also some of the characters like his Death Squad that are going to be in the upcoming Infinity War. So you really should check out this standalone event. You can buy the whole book. It's just called Infinity. It's well worth the money. I think I spent like 30 bucks on it, but it's huge. It is interesting and it is epic, and I think a lot of the movies, especially Infinity War and then the sequel, are going to take from it. Listen, I'm not going to lie and say I'm an expert on Thanos. These are the titles that I've read. I've read some others like Infinity War, I think it's called, and a couple of other ones that I didn't really love that much. So these are the ones that stuck out with me. I haven't read Donnie Coates' recent one, which is Thanos winning, basically. I haven't read that, but if you have something that you want to list that people should check out for the character of Thanos, maybe even myself to get more into him, please list them below. But the ones that I did listed, I think once you read them, you're going to see why Thanos is a pretty kick-ass character and surprisingly compelling, even though he's the most overpowered, well, one of the most overpowered badasses around town. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share, and have a good day. Hey guys, some of you know that I've been working on my own comic called Sparks for years, and it's finally coming all together. You can now check out the comic right on Comixology, where you can just order it for $2.99, and then you can also check out my website that I'm going to list in the info bar below. If you want to buy the paperback, will be next month at the end of May, and please check it out let me know if you do buy it or support it, and look out because we're going to have more issues coming as well as a trade paperback. Thank you guys for all the support throughout the years.